Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm be talking about if you should be getting a Lamzu Atlantis, and the simple answer is no. In my opinion, you shouldn't, because there's already a mouse that recently got released that is very similar to the Lamzu Atlantis in terms of shape, but in terms of in-hand feel, it's actually kind of different. But in terms of actually just looking at the shape, it is pretty similar, and that's the XM2WE. And it's not the XM2W because that is not being released until later, hopefully soon, but not released until later. But there's the XM2WE, which is $80. It's pretty decently cheap, especially in terms of the wireless mice market now, where a bunch of mice are like $100 plus. And this one, from what I've heard, is just better than the Lamzu Atlantis in every single way besides click feeling. I'm getting all this information from House Gaming, but he basically just measured the click latency. It was better than the Lamzu Atlantis because it had optical switches. It had better sensor latency. It had basically a very similar MCU. Hopefully, it has good anti-interference, unlike the Sora, which was $95 and had dog shit anti-interference and just was like stuttering all over the place. Hopefully that's not the case with this mouse, but he didn't mention it in the video, so I don't think so, maybe. But yeah, he just basically said it's better than in every way. In terms of coding as well, he said that was really good, and the side buttons were massively improved from the original XM1R, and of course it's wireless as well, so that's an extra benefit. But yeah, I would not really recommend getting the Lamzu Atlantis. And for somebody saying, "Oh, you never had the mouse before," I did have the mouse before, and I reviewed it, and it was pretty good. Besides just the clicks felt good, but there was a decent amount of creaking when I bottomed them out, and also it just didn't have a great coating, and it didn't have a coating at all. The white one, just the default colorway, just didn't have any coating, so it just didn't feel great, and like. It's just hard to just pass up on for like $90, which is what I paid. It's like originally $80, but I paid $90 for shipping as well. So yeah, just in terms of just overall build quality with the switches and just, you know, also the coding just not being great. And just like me not wanting to use that shape anymore, I just like completely returned it. But yeah, in terms of the XM2WE, it just seems like an improvement overall. And I'm not talking about the not the XM. I'm not talking about the Lamzu Atlantis Mini because that's a different thing. That's for smaller hands, and if you want a smaller mouse, that is a decent option. But I'm talking about the original Lamzu Atlantis, the medium-sized one, and in my opinion, you shouldn't really get it because, again, the XM2WE already exists. You can get it. It's not up for pre-order. It's just up for order. So you can get it. You already get a ship number. You already get a ship number emailed to you, and then boom, it will get shipped out pretty soon because they aren't pre-orders. So yeah, I would just recommend getting that. If you want to stay safe and make sure you get like a good mouse with a better MCU, then I would just wait for the actual XM2W. But I don't know when that's going to get released, hopefully soon, but in terms of endgame gears, delays, who knows. But yeah, that's basically it, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.